Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chioma Nwosu. In this video, sorry, we're not going to be talking about clothes, we're talking about hair. Okay, so this is the hair that I actually made. I made a wig, you know, and I want to show you guys how you can achieve a wig in about 15 to 20 minutes. It's actually a very short video tutorial. It's not difficult, and seriously, I mean, it's amazing that I don't have to go to the salon. You know, you can just quickly make your hair using your sewing machine. So it's really easy. I have every detail in this video, and if you don't want to miss any part of it, then you have to watch this video to the very end. In this video also, I've actually styled this hair in 3 different ways. This hair is actually from UNice Hair. It's their new series. This is the natural wave Indian hair. It is 18 inches and it has the frontal, which is 16 inches. Okay, so if you want to know more about this hair, you have to watch this video to the end. And if you want to know how to make wigs and the kind of curves that I use for beginners, then you really have to watch this video. I'm going to show you everything that I use for this hair. It's not perfect, yeah, but this is how you can achieve yours, you know, by yourself. It's beginner friendly. You don't have to go to a professional, and you still achieve like the same results. Can you see this? Oh, yeah. So this is how I've been walking around, like because this hair is giving me life. This hair is just so beautiful. It's so, I don't know, it's just different, you know, from the hair that I have. I've always had like straight hair, so this is different, and I'm like, you know, doing it all the time. So yeah, if you're ready, let's go into this tutorial. Okay, so I've actually placed the dome cap on the head, on the canvas head, and I'm only just going to stretch it, you know, further down a little bit so that it doesn't, you know, squeeze up like this. Okay, so I'm using my regular pins for this. I'm just going to stretch it down a little bit and pin it down. And I'm going to do this with the other side as well. Okay, so you're not going to overstretch it, you know, so that your wig cap does not become too big. Okay, so I've just placed this right in the middle of my dome cap. So this line here is what I am going to use to determine where the middle is, and you can see. Okay, so this is the middle of my cap. Alright, so I just placed it down like so. So the next thing I'm going to do, you know, is to place my frontal on the head. Okay, so when you're doing this, you would want to come further down a little bit, about an inch away from the band, you know, where your dome cap is starting from. So you're just going to come down a little bit, let's say about half an inch or about 1 inch. It actually just all depends, but I'm going to be using about half an inch for this. Okay, now make sure also that you're placing the middle, you know, exactly the middle where it is. And already you can see this has like a natural part here in the middle. That's at the center. Okay, so this has like a natural part at the center here. Okay, this is what we have here. And this is like the middle already. So what we're going to do is to gently pin this on the head. So I'm using my regular pins, but you can use your T-pins. It's easier to use the T-pins. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this down like so. Then I'm going to come to this part here. And I'm going to pin this down. So make sure you pin it down. Okay, now I'm going to turn to this other side and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I have a little bit, just the way I had for the front. I'm just going to pin this in. So this is all staying down, and this is the way this side is looking. So you can see it's not really flat down. Okay, it's like this is the way it's looking. You see it just comes up a little bit more to give it a little room, and you can definitely adjust this. And stretch it and adjust it. Okay. If you don't stretch it properly, at the end of the day, when you're done with your wig, you're going to see you're going to have a lot of excess here, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm just going to move this forward. Now what I'm going to do is to get like a pen or a marker, something to actually mark this part. You can actually use your chalk, anything that you know that is going to, you know. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, starting from this part here. Audio Jungle. Okay, to actually get this to be visible on my mesh is like actually difficult because it's a mesh, so it just seeps through it, you know, but you know, I have to get that, establish that, because I'm using the sewing machine for this, and I really need to know where, you know, my frontal is going to be. Okay, so when doing this, you have to be slow with it, and you have to, you know, gently do this so that you know exactly where this is. This is actually a mesh, so it's kind of difficult, so you have to take this easy. So I'm just going to take out the paint right now. Okay, and I'm going to keep the frontal aside, so you can see this is where the frontal is going to be. So this is the way it's looking. Alright, so next I'm going to now draw the tracks for my wig. Okay, so I'm just going to do that gently. I'm just coming up a little bit from here, just about 1 inch, and you're gently going to do this. Okay, so I'm actually doing this like before. Okay, so I'm going to follow that line. So basically, we're going to go that way. So the next one is going to be like an inch away, 1 inch away. Okay, then the next one, I'm using a lot of energy to do this, trust me. Audio Jungle. Okay, so look at the way this is looking. I've been able to, you know, draw all my lines where I'll be sewing my tracks, and it's actually looking like this. So, you know, like from here I gave like about 1 inch in between. You need to really space this, and then you can also make this a little bit closer, you know, at the top. You know, I prefer my wig to be fuller at the top and then, you know, scanty, like not so full at the bottom, than for my wig to be fuller at the bottom, and then when you get towards the side you see that you don't have enough weft to go around. So it's better you know, increase the sizes here, and then when you get to this part you have enough weft to go round. Okay, so this is what the bun actually look like. I'm going to be taking this off. Okay, and it is well wrapped. Like I said, this hair is from UNice Hair. Is actually a very popular. This hair is from UNice Hair. It's actually a very popular brand. I'm going to be leaving the link at the description box if you want to purchase this hair, so that you can purchase yours. Alright, so I got it off finally. Whoa, I love the coils. Okay, I love the coils. It just looks so good. Okay, so I'm going to be doubling my weft, and that simply means I'm going to be sewing this together, and doing this is going to save you a lot of time. Okay, instead of going one after the other, your hair is going to be scanty, and I mean, this is just going to save you a lot of time. So what I'm going to do right now, you can see it's already doubled like this, but I'm going to run this stitch on it, and I'm going to be using a zigzag stitch. I think I don't have to go really right into, you know, the stitches, because a lot of you on this channel already know how to sew and use a sewing machine. Okay, so I am going to be doubling the strap, the weft, sorry, and I'm going to be using the zigzag stitch. When you're doubling your weft, you don't put the both of them like this on the same line. You just take one lower a little bit, just a little bit, so that it's going to be flat. Okay, because if you put it on like this, number one, it's going to be more difficult for you to stitch, and it's not going to be flat. Okay, so you're going to put it this way, just one a little bit above the other, and we're going to run the zigzag stitch. Okay, then we're going to start sewing on the mesh, the dome cap. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go right into the sewing machine, and I'm going to double my weft, and I'm going to show you guys how I get to sew this on. Okay, so here I've doubled my weft with a zigzag stitch. So this is the way it's looking. This is the way this side is looking, and it can be a little bit tricky, honestly. I must tell you. So you have to do this really carefully, if not you see one of the wefts completely detaching itself from the other one. So you have to do this very gently, and yeah, if you cannot achieve this using your sewing machine, make sure to, you can also use like your needle and thread to stitch this together. So now after doing this for the 3 bundles that I have, I'm just going to go ahead to sew it right on my dome cap. Now you see, after taking it out from the canvas and blockhead, this is the way it's looking. So I'm going to go ahead to start stitching. Okay, so I'm placing this on the sewing machine, and I'm going to place this right on it, like so. Like I said, make sure you do a back stitch when you're doing this on the dome cap, and do not stretch it any further. Just gently sew along, like, and allow your sewing machine to just move, you know, and do the work itself. Do not push it too hard. Do not overstretch it. If not, you're really going to overstretch it. You can do a back stitch, and yeah. Okay, so this is for the very first line. Be careful because you have a lot of. Okay, so this is how the first one is looking. This is how it's looking. So next we're going to go to the second one, and you can just turn this around if you don't want to cut your weft, but it's going to be easier if you cut it. But for some people, because they are scared, like, okay, what if they make a mistake? Please, if you are a beginner, you know, and you don't want to use your hair that you just bought, your expensive hair, to do this, just get any cheap hair or any old hair that, you know, you're no longer using, and, you know, do this with that. Don't just, you know, buy like a very expensive hair and you won't start, you know, doing this with it. Okay, so I'm not going to cut the first layer. I'm just going to go right, fold it in to achieve the second one. Like I said, do not push too hard. Your machine doesn't have to be too fast. Okay, so just gently do this. Back stitch. Let's be careful. Okay, so we have a second line and it's looking like this. Okay, I'm going to go in for the third one, and I'm not going to still cut this. I'm just going to fold, and I'm going to go ahead for the third line. Okay, so this is the outcome of the stitch that we've made already. This is how far it's gone. Okay, so these are the tracks that we made, and this is how it's looking. Okay, this is how it's looking. I guess I should show you the inside. Okay, so this is the inner part. This is how it's looking. You see the zigzag stitch through. Okay, so that's the way it's looking. Ready. On the inside. Alright, so this is the way it's looking here. It's so full and bouncy, and guess what? I only have like 2.5 bundle here. Okay, more than a half. See, I have this left. Okay, I can still decide to. I have some of this left, and I can still decide to, you know, add even further. But I think this is full enough, so I'm not going to be adding more to this. So next, we're going to be. We're going to go ahead to lay our lace wig on, and yeah, we're just going to use a pin to hold it down the way we did before. Okay, so here I'm going to use a pin to hold this down here. Adjust it as much. Okay, so this is how this is looking here, and finally so I'm just going to use a band to get this out of the way. Okay, so you have all this. You can see how this is now looking. So first of all, I'm going to be using my needle and thread to sew through this. Then I'm going to also use my sewing machine to make the stitch even. So this is a C needle that I'm using. It's a C needle. If you don't have a C needle, you can use a straight needle. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to go from the inside. going to gently give it a knot. So this is like tying it down first of all. I still have my pin. I'm just going to go in and do that once again. Then I'm going to take off this pin, put it somewhere else, and then gently sew the rifts on the tracks that I've made. So just going to gently do this. There's no pulling or anything like that. Okay, so you make sure you tie this at the end properly. I'm taking it out, and I'm just going to make sure that I tie this very well. Then cut out any loose thread. Okay, so take out the remaining pin. This is the way this is looking. So I'm going to go ahead to stitch this down properly with my sewing machine, so that it can stay down. And this is what I'm going to have here. Okay, so this is what this is looking like. This is what this is looking like already. Ooh, my wig, I can say it's almost ready. So already I've used the needle and thread to, you know, to add the frontal to the dome cap, and I've attached it like, and this is how it's looking. But now I'm going to use my sewing machine to stitch it on, and I want to use my sewing machine because I want it to, you know, stay properly in place, since I use the sewing machine to make this particular wig. I just use the needle and thread to hold it in place. So now I'm going to use my sewing machine using a zigzag stitch. When you are making, or you're actually on this part, you need to be very, very careful, because, you know, it's very easy for the hair strands to get in the way. So you have to be very, very careful. So I'm going to place this like so, and I'm just going to run it using my zigzag stitch. Back stitch. Okay, so I just sewed the track on, and this is the way it's looking. This is the way the side that's, you know, the frontal is. This is it's looking. It's very close together, and this is the the hair is looking at this point in time. This hair looks really nice. I like this hair. It's really nice. It looks really good. Okay, so this is how the hair is looking. I am going to, and this is the way it's looking on the inside. Okay, so we're going to just cut out this part. We're going to cut it out where the frontal is. Results. Okay, so this is the final result on the inside. So this wig is actually done in about 15 to 20 minutes, like I told you. It's a sewing machine wig, and I use a dome cap. The dome cap is easier for beginners. You see the way it stretches. So I'm going to show you how I get to style this hair up nice. So this is how the hair is looking. Okay, I just put it on, and God, this hair is gorgeous. It has this natural bounce. Meanwhile, this hair is from the Natural Wave Ice New series. Okay? So I'm going to show you how I style this hair in 3 or maybe 4 different ways, and I'm just going to go ahead to cut out the lace. So I'm going to hold the hair up. Okay, I'm going to hold the hair up. Make sure that the hair is sitting down properly. Okay, I just want to make sure that this is in the center. This hair is pre-plucked already. The frontal is already pre-plucked. And it looks so nice already. It looks really pretty without even doing anything to it. Now I'm just going to apply glue to my hairline. I'm going to apply glue. So this should be dried by now, and I'm just going to place this on. So I'm going to press a little bit. So full. It's just 3 bundles, but it's just so beautiful. I love the way the hair feels, you know. And so what I'm going to do first of all is to achieve a center part. So I'm just going to go from the middle here. This is the center.
Audio Jungle.
Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is to use my moisturizer for the hair, just to keep things down. So next thing I'm going to do right now is to brush through this hair. Okay, so I haven't brushed this hair since I started. This is the first time I am brushing this hair. I'm going to highlight the pattern by using my concealer.
Audio Jungle.
This is my look one. I actually love the way it feels, you know, it feels really nice.
Audio Jungle.
Okay, so this is my simple tool, and this is my guys tell me what look is actually your favorite, which you love most. This is really so lastly, I'm just going to do a silk cut here. You know why I like this hair? You can cut it whichever way you like. And also, I'm going to you have to gently do. The first time it was messy. So this is how this hair is looking. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this hair. So let me show you guys the way it looks at the back. This is the way the hair is looking, fluffy and nice. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.